Kalen Deboer. The University of Alabama is reportedly negotiating a contract to hire him from Washington to run the Crimson Tide football program, taking over for the legendary Nick Saban, who we know retired on Wednesday. This report comes from ESPN, and Deboer is going to be the 28th head coach in school history, of course, if all the numbers work out, if the contract does indeed get agreed on. Deboer is 49. He's got no SEC coaching experience, but he is coming off of a phenomenal 14-1 season with the Huskies. He won the Pac-12 championship, defeated Texas in the college football playoff semifinal, and unfortunately dropped to Michigan in the national championship. Nonetheless, made it there. Incredible feat. Deboer also won 3 NAIA titles in 4 years with the University of Sioux Falls from 2005 to 2009, where he actually played as a wide receiver in the 1990s. He is immediately the biggest hire in the career of the University of Alabama's athletic director, Greg Byrne, who promised his fan base he wouldn't be heard from publicly until he found Saban's successor. Now, this news is not completely confirmed by Greg Byrne. Multiple outlets, however, have reported that he is expected to be named the head coach within the 72-hour time frame given to the players at a team meeting. Of course, they have probably already agreed to the contract. Now it is time to bring the players together, introduce the new head coach, then Kalen Deboer has to come to the media and all of that, and then it will be officially official. These reports are obviously just speculation based on what we've heard, but it does seem very much likely that Kalen Deboer will be Nick Saban's successor. If this deal gets done, not only is this legendary for Kalen Deboer, for Alabama, and for college football fans, but he would be inheriting one of the most coveted jobs in college football and arguably one of the most difficult, filling massive shoes in Nick Saban, whose teams won 9 SEC titles and 6 national championships in his 17 seasons at the school. Saban had a 206-29 record at Alabama. Obviously, not something we ever plan on seeing again in modern college football. Kalen Deboer, who very well is going to be stepping in now, and of course, again, not official, but will be stepping in, as it seems, to take over this head coaching role. These are massive shoes to fill, and I feel like this is just... For Alabama, this probably couldn't be a better situation right now. And for Washington, this is a pitfall because not only have you lost Michael Penix Jr. and all these studs that are declaring for the draft, but now you have most likely lost your head coach. Washington Athletic Director Troy Dannon made an aggressive pitch to keep Deboer, sources told ESPN, and that a new contract would make him one of the 10 highest paid coaches in the FBS and more than double his current salary of $4.2 million. And I think he turned it down. He would owe Washington a $12 million buyout if he does leave, because he did sign a 2-year contract extension through the 2028 season in November, so just 2 months ago. But ever since Nick Saban announced retirement, and even when there were speculations that he was going to do so, Deboer had kind of emerged as the Crimson Tide's top target before 3 other possible candidates, and it was very much likely that we could see Deboer in Alabama. This has been an incredible story for college football, and we know Deboer can do some incredible things. He was hired for Washington to resurrect the program. The Huskies went 4-8 in Jimmy Lake's second season. And then, of course, you had Michael Penix Jr. coming in from Indiana, the transfer, an insane talent. Obviously fell short in the national championship, but still cannot denounce his talents. It is something out of this world, what he can do with the football when he's on. And a lot of people have compared him to that of a Tua Tagovailoa type player. He's a lefty. Honestly, I think he's got a stronger arm than Tua. Nothing against Tua, but that's just the facts from what you see from the kid. When he is on, he's on. And then, of course, finishing 14-1 this past season, falling short in the last game. But Deboer resurrected the program, came and did exactly what he was asked to do, and now it may even be seen like the Crimson Tide needs a resurrection. Because even though they are the top dogs, even though they are Bama, right? And everybody looks up to Bama, and everybody wants to be Bama, and everybody wants to play Bama. It's no longer a Nick Saban Bama. So there could be some resurrection in a sense, in a symbolic sense, in a literal sense as well within the coaching staff. That does need to occur. And I think Deboer is the perfect guy for the job if you're looking at his history, if you're looking at what he's been able to accomplish in not a huge time. I wouldn't necessarily call him a vet in college football coaching, but I'd call him quite successful. And it can be anybody's game, anytime, any day. And if these guys can buy into what Deboer has to offer and implement his own process the way Nick Saban did so well, this could be incredible for Alabama. It truly could be. Of course, no official statements were made by Alabama or Washington or Kalen Deboer or anybody regarding that entire thing. This is just news saying that they have been negotiating the head coach job. It seems that they are going to come to an agreement on the head coaching job and that Kalen Deboer will be Nick Saban's successor. We could hear later today. By the time you're listening to this right now, it could be set in stone. I have no idea. But it does seem like the deal will get done.